Alright then. So we'll have REC to get the distance of our house. It's 10,000 top,
Good man. Good man.
6,000. So the 10,000 by 6,000 rectangle. Then we're going to offset this rectangle by 150 because that's the size of a brick. So the inside should be 10,000 by 6,000 and we offset by 150. Then
Everybody are doing a ball on.
we're going to offset once more by 450 for our fascia. Make sure this is in your fascia layer. And we're going to offset this. Make sure you offset this by 25 because the ridge cannot touch the edge of the fascia. We need 25 millimeters of space between it. Then, after we're done with this, we're going to go on our center line. Make sure that your geometric nodes are enabled. So, we're going to look for the center point of the outside fascia, which is represented by a triangle. And we're going to drag it all the way over to the other side of the outside fascia. After we're done with that, we can offset this line by 25 on each side because our ridge is 50 in diameter, 50 millimeters in diameter. Make sure that we make this our ridge layer. So now we have our ridge. Then we get our next center line. Make sure that it's the triangle show up, which is represent midpoint. And then make sure that you select the internal fascia this time. I'll drag it all the way down to the center line. Now we select this center line and offset it by 600 over. Then we just simply offset this line by 25 on each side because the distance, the width of our rafters is the same as the width of our bridge. Now we just trim down here and you can delete this center line. Now what you do is you select both lines, which is makes your ridge. I'll just set this to my rafters layer. Wait, this is your rafter. Set to your rafters layer. And then you're going to select this, the down arrow, and make sure it's on path arrow. When it asks for select path curve, you're going to select this line over here on this side. Now you should see a lot of lines coming up like this. First, we're going to change the in between to 600 because every rafter is 600 in diameter. And then we're going to count to the amount, including to this one right here, because we want every rafter that's inside the fascia. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to click this blue icon so we can change the amount. I'm going to select 9, I'll need 9 after this. Afterwards, we're going to select the entire path array again. We're going to simply press X to exclude the figure so we can manually edit. We're going to move both, select both of these, type in MOVE for move, then move this figure all the way to the outside fascia right here. Make sure that's perfectly clear towards it. So this line should be touching the wall. Once we edit that, all we need to do is mirror. So you select all of these and you press IMI for mirror. Select the center line and mirror it down like this. Make sure that you press no. Whenever it asks whether you want to erase this source material, press no. Then you simply select all these lines once more. Once selecting all these lines once more, you're going to mirror again to make it go on the dome. So you're going to select the center line and flip it around. Make sure you press no to erase center material. Now that you have this, you should be looking like this. Now that you have that, you go select your fascia, your internal fascia, and press X to explode. Once you press X to explode, you delete both the side fascias of the internal fascia right here. And you press delete. Next, what you need to do is connect up this fascia like this. So you're just gonna extend it to connect up with this fascia. So it's connecting that corner. So you're gonna do that for every single corner. And once you're done with that, you can just delete your center lines, trim both the edges out of the fascia right here, and then switch to your ridge layer and connect up both ends like that. And there you are. You are finished with your rafter and ridge for this building. All you need to do is change this wall to hidden layer. So you can see it's hidden. Alright, then next we're going to do the hip roof style like this. So again, you create your rectangle.
Stop. Just stop the recording and start our next one, feed.